Hello my beautiful viewers, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Tina here, or should I say Mama Tina. Now today I've compiled a list of my most used baby products that I have been using on Lila so far. FYI, she's almost 8 months now. Oh my god, how time has flown. It feels like I just gave birth to her the other day, you know what I mean? So let's get into it. So I have a list on my phone. First one is the Haka breast milk collector. Guys, I have tried so many different types of milk collector. FYI, if you're planning to breastfeed or if you're breastfeeding now, I highly recommend this if you don't have one already. A lot of mamas use it and it's to collect the milk like it says. So when you're feeding baby, usually the other side has a letdown as well and you don't want to waste that. And so I use the milk collector from Haka. I've tried so many different brands and I've tried pretty much like 3 of their versions from Haka. They're all pretty good. Like I like them at different stages. So let me kind of just go through them. So this is the first generation from Haka. I got this one from my doula. I don't know if you can get it still, but this one was really good for when I started breastfeeding and my boobs were very sensitive. Like touching my boobs would even hurt. So something like this, which has a softer sort of silicone and the lip around the opening isn't as stiff. And then I got another version. This updated version has a thicker lip around the opening and it was better as in like for staying power, like it would kind of just hang off the boob and stay really well. But then it was a little bit sensitive for my early days. Now I don't mind it, I love it. The third version that I got was this one with the suction at the bottom. This one was probably the best one. But if you're very sensitive in the early days, I do like the first version the best for comfort. I'm like a Haka queen, I collect them all. If you're breastfeeding and you're looking for a pump, I highly recommend the Hegan pump. It's a portable breast pump, it's compact, it's light. Also the flanges in this kit, the Hegan flanges aren't as long as some other brands, which is important because when you pump a lot and if the flange that you're using is a long one, it's gonna pull your nipple and eventually your nipple will get a lot longer. So that hasn't happened with me with the Hegan flanges. Another thing I really like are the Hegan bottles with the whole system with the pump and everything. It's just a lot easier and fuss free. So I can just pump straight into my bottle, switch out the cap into like the teat, and then feed baby straight away. So it's not like a separate bottle that I got to pour into, you know, feed baby. So a lot less washing. Also the bottles are unique in that they're not the typical round bottles. These ones are square, so you twist to open and then press down to close. Also, you can change the cap so you have use after but baby's done with the bottles. Like you can use it to store food. You can change the cap to make it like a drink bottle. I love that the lids connect together. So if you're like a neat freak and you want like something that's storage friendly, these click together so you can be easily stored and you can stack on top. Also the bottles itself you can stack and it takes a lot less storage space than regular round bottles. Whilst we're still on the topic of pumping, if you're looking for a portable breast pump, Elvie is the most popular one and I've tried it, I use it, it's really good, but it doesn't completely clear my milk supply like the Hegan. The Elvie one is a good option if you're going back to work or if you don't want like lots of wires and you just want to just pump on the go. It's a good option. However, if you have big boobs, because it's a wearable pump, pop it inside, it looks a little bit ridiculous. But in saying that, I think it's like one of the better portable pumps on the market. Next on my list is the Kubo AI monitor. It's a baby monitor that connects to your phone, so you don't need an extra device or screen. You can just check through your phone. It's really cute. It looks like a little bird that you just put on top of baby's crib or wherever, and it'll detect if the baby rolls over, if the baby coughs, if the baby sneezes. And so it's got that AI, I guess like smart functions to help detect that. You can also record, take snapshots of your baby, it plays music, and you can share access to other family members. So if, like for instance, mum, she's at home looking after baby, it's connected on her phone and her iPad, so she can just look at baby whenever she's having a nap. Also, if you're a bit nerdy and you want to know your baby's sleep stats, like how many times they got up, how long they slept for, what time they slept from till, like that is all available on the app. So it's pretty handy actually. So you know, like, okay, baby napped for only half an hour, next nap they'll need to nap for longer. So yeah, highly recommend the Cubo AI. Another one of our most used items for baby is the Baby Bjorn bouncer. This is just like a good spot to put her in when you need to do stuff or you don't want to be carrying her all day. It's really comfortable for baby. They kind of can bounce themselves later when they're a little bit older, but yeah, you can just tap to bounce them. So it's not like one of those electronic ones. This is kind of like more of like a natural motion, so they can learn to kind of bounce themselves almost. The next item, and it's one of the items that I cannot do without, is my baby carrier. So I use the Ergo Baby, and I actually have two versions of them. The first one is like without a base. It's the one that I used first for Lila. You can start using it at, I think, when they're above 3.2 kilos or 3.4. So I used it quite early on. It's so good. I can just carry her around the house and she'll have a nap inside. Like, it's great for on the go if you don't want to use a stroller. I literally use that every day. And then as she got older and was old enough to face out, I found that when I used the soft base, like with the one without the base, it felt really heavy on my back. I felt like my back was gonna break. And so I upgraded and I got one with a base at the bottom, and it helps distribute the weight a lot better. And so when I wear baby facing out, I don't feel like I'm gonna topple over. But that one that I upgraded to, you can only use it, I think, from 4 months upwards. But yeah, love baby carriers. These ones are different to like the cloth ones. You know, like the cloth one I think is good. I've tried it. I feel like the ones that just click in are a lot easier, and especially once you've adjusted to your size, you can just easily pop it on without having to wrap or do all that fancy stuff. For our car seat, we use the Cybex Cloud Z, and we really like it because one of the cool functions it has is that you can actually adjust it so baby lays flat. So this is great if she falls asleep in the car. We can just bring the car seat up, straighten the car seat out. If you guys didn't know, apparently it's not very safe for babies to be in a car seat longer than 2 hours, so you shouldn't go for long trips because they're kind of like cramped and it's like very snug for them, and I guess like they're not in an ideal position to be there in such a long period. So with this car seat, at least we can stretch it out. She's laying more flat, which is a lot safer if she's going to nap. But in saying that, we don't let her nap for hours or anything. Another one of our most used baby products is our stroller, of course. This would be like a top one on I think everyone's list. We use the Bugaboo Fox 3, and this one's an all-terrain type of stroller, so it's very easy to push. It rides very smoothly, or what do you call it? Drives like a car. I don't know, but it's very smooth and it's very easy to like steer and everything. It doesn't feel clunky or shaky or unstable, if you know what I mean. Like some of the smaller strollers, I feel like it's harder to push. But another reason why we went with the Fox 3 is that the handlebars are adjustable. So it's great if you're tall, like Alfred, like you're not leaning down to like push the baby stroller all the time. We really like that. Also, it is quite a high stroller. So when baby is on it, it's pretty much like table height, so we can just wheel her to the table and watch her as we eat, or she can kind of just sit like almost like a high chair. It's that height, which is really good. This next product is super underrated, but it's definitely one of our most used baby products, and it's the bum spray from Offspring. I'd highly recommend this one just to clean your baby, especially when they do a number 2. And I know a lot of people will just think, oh, why don't you just take them to the sink to wash them? We don't have an ideal size sink, and our tap's a little bit awkward. I've tried washing baby. It's just not ideal for us. The only sink that's big enough and that's okay is our kitchen sink, and that's always full of dishes and bottles, so that's a no-go. But this bum spray just makes cleaning up diapers and nappies a lot easier. So you can just spray and then wipe with the baby wipes as normal. I feel like it's just a lot cleaner, and I guess we use less wipes as well. Next on my list are the baby books from Didi Bird. Oh my god, these are a lifesaver. These were recommended by my friend who has twins, and it's really hard entertaining babies, right? They love singing, they love like being interacted with, and so when it's like bedtime story or book time, it's a lot easier with these books because you can just press a button and they sing. Lila absolutely loves it, and there's a lot of different songs that they have, so their collection is pretty good. Baby clothing wise, the one that I use most are zip onesies. Do not get the ones with the buttons. I'm sure you guys have heard this before, but the ones that I really like are from Bonds. They have the zip onesie. It's kind of like a diagonal zip, and I love that the hands and feet, there's an extra layer that you can wrap around, so you don't need mittens, especially when they're newborns and they're prone to scratching themselves. And they have like the foot versions as well, like the socks, so you can just kind of just flip one of the material pieces and then you've got like a sock. So then during the day, when you're not worried or concerned about, you know, them scratching themselves, or you want them to feel the surface with their hands and feet, you can just pop those off. So I feel like those are really handy. I really love them. I would get them at the outlets because they're a lot cheaper there. So Bond's outlet, guys, really good. Another thing I recommend are zip swaddles. They're so much easier than doing the whole origami cloth thing for your baby, and it's really handy, especially if you find that your little baby is like an escape artist and their hands keep coming out of the swaddle. Zip them up. The ones that we've tried, like we bought the Love to Dream ones, they're really good and they're just a little bit expensive. So we bought cheaper dupes online and you can just find them. They're pretty similar and you just need to look at the TOG. I don't even know what TOG stands for, but it's pretty much, I guess, like the thickness or the warmth of the material for the swaddles. This next baby product we use like 2, 3, 4 times a day, and it's our sterilizer. This one is from Yupeng or Upeng, I'm not too sure how you pronounce the name, but it's really handy. We use it to dry and sterilize obviously all her bottles, her toys, that anything we want to clean, we can just pop it in there, and it has different functions and cycles, and it looks like a mini Smeg. It's really cute. For heating up baby's milk, we use the Philips bottle warmer. Again, we use this multiple times a day. It's just one of those really easy, fuss-free systems. You don't have to wait for the kettle to boil and stand there or anything. I just adjust the dial to the amount of milk in the bottle, pop the bottle in, and then it'll just heat up. And once the ring is all lit up, it only takes a couple minutes. You know that the milk is at the right temperature according to how much milk you have in the bottle. So it's really easy, you kind of just press and then let it do its thing. If I'm taking baby out, I don't leave home without my baby bag. The one I use is from Oi Oi. It's an Australian brand and I really like the bag. It doesn't look like your typical diaper bag, but my favorite thing is that it has a very big opening, like the big zip. I just unzip that and then everything is just there. I can just grab whatever I need. There's lots of different compartments, so it can be really well organized. Mine is probably not so organized at the moment. But yeah, I love the big zip. It's got different compartments at the front and on the sides for bottles as well. And there's straps that you can use to hang the bags on the stroller. It's really comfortable, it's quite padded and it's water resistant. So I really like that. Oh my gosh, this we probably can't do without ever since we got it, but it's the white noise machine, and the one we use is from Dream Egg. We put this on for Lila every time she's about to take a nap or like bedtime. It's part of our bedtime routine. So this Dream Egg is a little nightlight, and it also plays white noise, like different types of noises, sounds, and lullaby, so you can adjust, but mainly we just use like the static white noise, and Lila just knows it's like bedtime. She kind of calms down and it's just a part of our routine. It's really good. I feel like it drowns out all the other noises in the house. So if you have guests over, you play the white noise and it kind of drowns it out. You don't have to worry that you're gonna wake baby up. Before that, we were using the baby shusher to get her to sleep, and that's another really good product that I would recommend for new parents. It just literally goes shh. And I don't know why, but it's just soothing for baby and it gets them to sleep, gets them to relax. We still use ours, so I use it when we're out and about and I'm trying to get Lila to nap either in the carrier or in the stroller. I'll just have that in the baby bag. I'll pop that on and it kind of drowns out all the environmental noises, and she can nap on the go with the baby shusher on. You may get like a few weird stares at people at the restaurant wondering what that noise is, but it's good, it works. If your baby has colic or is upset stomach or is just crying and fussing, you don't know why, it could be because of colic, but we use this Chinese oil on her stomach after every bath. So this was recommended by one of my neighbors who has like 3 kids, and she bought it for her friends that also have kids, and everyone swears by it here, and honestly it's worked for us. Lila has never had like a upset stomach, never had colic because we use this oil. I just put a tiny drop of that on her stomach after we bathe her, and then put the diaper, and it kind of covers that area so I don't have to worry like that it's gonna touch other areas. I believe what it does is sort of just kind of remove the air and gas in the belly. I don't know if it does more, but I just know that it works, guys, and a lot of Asians swear by it. Another item we use every day on the daily is our play mat. It's so good to have a play mat. We use the one from Little Weewa because I really like their designs, and they're double-sided, so you can kind of switch up the sides depending on, you know, what you feel like and your house decor. But this is really good because it gives baby a soft, safe area or surface to play on. I really like this play mat because it looks good, but it's very functional. Like Lila loves playing on it. It's very comfy, and even I would use it for yoga and stretches. It's just like one of my must-haves, and I'm so glad we have 2. I wish they came in bigger sizes though. That's all the items I have on my most used baby product list. I hope you guys have found it useful, especially if you're expecting mamas or new mamas out there. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're new here so you don't miss out on any future uploads, and I shall speak to you guys next time. Bye!